Hello, it's Sarah Jane from Cards and a Cuppa, and I'm here today to share with you these cute little Easter baskets I've made for these chicks. I found these lint chicks in the supermarket the other day and I just thought, what can I put them in? So I made this lovely little basket. Okay, I've made mine using the Celebration Designer Series paper. You've only got a couple more days to get that for free. The finishes on the 31st of March. So you're going to start with a 9cm by 10cm piece of Designer Series paper, and let me just move them out of the way. I'm going to score along the 9cm side at 2.5. And then it's easier if you try and do 2.5 on this side. This piece isn't very wide, so it's a bit tricky to do it. So I did the 2.5cm down this side, and then flip it round and score it at 6.5cm. So you're ending up with your two score lines like that. That's the easiest way to do it. And then on the along the 10cm side, you're going to score at 2cm. Flip it over again, and then score at 4.5cm. And then move your paper along to 8cm, and don't score. Just put a little mark either side of the paper. So 9cm, you're going to score at 2.5, 6.5, and then 10cm, you're going to score at 2cm and 4.5cm, and then mark at 8. Okay, that's your score tool done, or your trimmer rather, finished with. Now fold all your score lines, I'm going to fold one this way and one the opposite way. Reinforce them with a bone folder. And then take your snips, and where you've got your mark 8cm and your score line in 2.5cm from the edge, you're just going to cut a diagonal. Doesn't have to be hugely accurate, it's just to make the sides look nice. And the same on this one. Okay. Then you're just going to quickly, if I can find it, oh yeah, rub out the pencil marks on each piece of paper. Right, now, where you've got score lines, you're going to just cut those in towards the longer score lines on both sides. Repeat on this one. Now take your Tombow glue and add glue to the centre section first. And fold the front up. Just hold it for a moment. Add a bit of glue to the front pieces and fold it in. Now It doesn't take very long to dry, but if you've got a few pegs, then it just saves you holding it. So as I've got 2 more to do, I needed to make 14 of these. As I've got 2 to do all together now, then I'll just use my pegs and then that'll be secure. So glue on the centre, fold the front up. You're not really even waiting for it to dry, just hold it for a moment and then glue on the 2 side pieces. And hold the back. Make sure you peg along the top edge of this piece so that it holds the sides securely whilst it's drying. Okay, so that's your basic basket all done. Now to decorate, we're going to do a petite petals flower, and an itty bitty, that's Daffodil Delight, and then an itty bitty punched flower in Tangelo Twist. And this will make your daffodils. So you're going to take your piercing mat and just pop the flowers on it and use your scoring tool to draw little circles. You want this Tangelo one to be quite tight, so you need the circle quite small in the centre because you want to make little cups for the middle of this. Turn it round and use the larger ball end, and you're only going to just gently do the Daffodil Delight flower for this. Then add a dab of Tombow in the centre and pop your trumpets in the middle. Fold them up a bit more if you need to, and then just pop them aside to dry. You can take these pegs off now. That's done. That's finished with. Right, now you need just a little piece of Whisper White, and I've got this Happy Easter sentiment which is from Teeny Tiny Wishes, and a Wild Wasabi ink pad. So stamp your Happy Easter and punch out with the word window. Now when you punch out, you want to make sure that your happy is right over to the left hand side of the punch. Give you plenty of space to add your daffodil. That's that. And then just pop your daffodil on the end. Not quite so much glue, but it'll be okay. Turn your trumpets up. Slide that one across so it's in the middle. And then pop that on the end there. Okay, so next you want to just get a couple of little buttons and some linen thread. If your linen thread's got creases in from the card, just run the bone folder over it, and that'll just get rid of any creases you've got in it. Leave it on the roll always to the right, and thread through the front, back, up, tie a little bow. Don't have to be too fancy with this because it will just lay how it lays anyway. You're not going to get it to do too much. That's that. Just trim the ends just about the length of the the loops of your bow. Quickly do this other one. That's determined to stick, that one. Through the front and up the back. If you leave your linen thread on the roll, you've got a lot of thread to work with. It's the same when you're working with ribbon. And then when you trim, you're only wasting the one end. You're not going to end up cutting it too short that it's too small to tie a bow, or too long that you have lots of waste. This way, you trim here so that's still attached for later, and then this bit is all the waste you've got. It's good if you've only got a little bit of thread left on a roll, or a limited amount of ribbon left. Okay, so that's that. I'm just going to add that to the back of the basket with a little glue dot. So just stick your button on, pull it off and attach it to the back. Add your sentiment, a little dab of glue behind the daffodil, and pop that onto the front. That way this end's just got a bit of dimension without actually having to add dimensionals behind it. And there's your little basket. Now I've got some shredded paper that I've had for a while. You can of course make your own if you use fringe scissors, or just ordinary scissors really, but what you need is tissue paper for this, simply because it's much softer. You don't want anything too stiff like card or even designer series paper. And then you're just going to put it in, but not too firmly. Grab your little chick and push it down with it, because you want to be able to see that paper when you do it. And then all I did was just go around the edges and trim anything off that's particularly long and that's going to get in the way. So a little ball of paper, shredded paper, tuck it in, pop your chicken, and then trim. Just tidy it up. Clean away the mess, and there you have a couple of little chicks in a basket. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial, and if you have a go at making them, don't forget to share them with me, and happy Easter!